better check I got my mic and all working, haven't I? Have I? I have. I have indeed. I got the cat here watching me as well. So how are you all doing today? It's starting to get a bit like deja vu, isn't it? Like Groundhog Day. And you say to people, so what have you been up to? It's like, well, there's only so long we can talk about what we ate for dinner, what we ate for tea. Hi, Sherry. So I'm going to record a podcast with an American comedian this afternoon. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to talk about dating. That'd be interesting. Not us dating, but like our dating experiences. And we're going to talk about other deeper stuff, but I can't remember what the other subject was. Danette, she's great. She's got a brilliant podcast. I will put a link to her podcast, actually. It's called It's Easy for Me to Say. And yeah, she's so funny. She's so brilliant. She's going to, we have to have the law of attraction with her. And we have to say she's going to have a brilliant series on Netflix when we all get back to normal. So that'd be good. That'd be interesting. I'll be able to say I knew her. I was on her podcast. So that'd be great. Good morning, Cheryl. Hi, Sonia from Toronto. Hi, Laura. Christina, good to see you here as well. Toshika, nice to see you here from Bermuda. I love you guys spending time with me here, because at the moment during lockdown, it's so easy to feel alone in the world. It's so easy when you don't see people. And I seen somebody bought a monitor off me a few days ago, and they come over and they stood at the bottom of the garden, and it was like some kind of dodgy dealing like you see on movies, where we decided to pay for it via paying money into the bank. So I got my phone out and I messaged him my bank details, and he put it up there, and then I checked my bank, it was in there. And that's exactly what they do on these programs, isn't it? It's like whenever they got a hostage situation or something like that, and there's like £1 million transfer, and they always confirm it's in the bank with some dodgy program on your phone. And that's what it felt like. And then he come in and got the monitor. It didn't touch anything in the house or anything like that. And he had to do the journey because he was seeing his mum. So it was on the way. So it wasn't a special journey for that, because that's not allowed. But it was just really, really weird how it's like, don't step any further forward. I got to step back. It's like, no, stay where you. It's just like not. It doesn't feel right for us humans to not have this connection. And I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to hugging 7 billion people. It's going to be about another 60,000 by the time we're out of lockdown, by population growth. But yeah, I'll hug anybody at the moment. I'll hug my so-called enemies according to my subconscious mind. So yeah, it's just interesting. What day are we meeting? I think we were doing Friday, weren't we? I think we were doing Friday. That was in reply to Dave. Stevie, date for you and Dave. Let me have a look at my calendar. Let's do Friday. I think it was Friday, 3:00. And welcome everybody else. If you're just coming in, we'll do the meditation in about 2 or 3 minutes. And we're going for a nice peaceful place. Right. Let's do Dave. 3 p.m. on Friday. You up for that? 3 p.m. UK time. Hi, Tina. Tina Ferrara's here. Internet superstar if you watch any of her shows. Becoming famous. Right. I like what Michelle Williams says. And she said in one of her quotes, I can't remember where and when she said it, but she said, I like to be like water. I'd like to be able to flow through fingers, but also hold up a ship. And I think that I love my metaphors. It makes sense to me. It makes sense. I can make sense of the world because I'm a visual person. And that to me is the perfect, to be as still as water, to be able to absorb as water. You know, if you're really, really still, you can have things thrown in there and it barely makes a ripple. But if we're all splashing around, and yet water can flow, but yet it's strong enough to, persistent water made the Grand Canyon. It shapes the world. It makes rocks into sand. It holds ships up. So I just love that metaphor. I'd like to be like water, to be able to flow through my fingers, but also hold up a ship. And I think that's the whole aim of the spiritual journey, isn't it? To be able to have that balance in life between strength and stillness, and also to be flexible and to be able to be pushed around with the weather, climate weather, cultural weather, and group and emotional weather as well, to be able to deal with it. So today, no subject, just freestyle. Yeah, let's do that. Good afternoon, Zoe. Nice to see you here. Can you let me know what problem I need to be on beforehand? Can you let me know what... Oh, platform problem, I read that. Yes, I will. We'll probably use Be Live because it's simple. And it works. I'll just give you a link. So yeah, I'll give you a link. Be Live Friday, 3 p.m. UK time. So yeah, let's do this meditation. And then I'll come back with today's thought. Meditation's my peaceful place. You know, sometimes with meditation, I know I say about awareness meditation and being present and being in this moment. Do you know what? Sometimes we get that wound up. Sometimes we feel that anxious, or we feel that going into the hole of depression and things like that. That sometimes just a mindfulness meditation is not going to work. And sometimes it's nice just to be able to have a meditation that we can have available to go and take time out. And this one, I'll direct you, but just go to your place. Go to your place. Imagine your place. So invite your body to become comfortable. And as we move our attention to our breathing, I'm breathing in and I'm breathing out. There's no need to change your breath. Your body knows exactly how to breathe. It's been doing it without you for a long, long time. And as we slowly settle in, just bring your attention to any pockets of tension in your body somewhere. And just imagine them just allowing them to be and then fading away. Sometimes it's easier to imagine them fading away on the out breath. That's your body letting go. We'll do a quick body scan just to relax a little more before we go to our peaceful place. And if we start with our feet and our ankles, just become aware of your feet and your ankles and give them permission to relax and let go. Allow them to be. Thank you for carrying me around, but you can rest for now. And then move our attention to our legs. Notice how they're feeling. Maybe they can feel the seat you're sat on. Maybe they're a little warm or agitated. Just thank them and appreciate them for what they do and allow them to relax. And then we move our attention to our hips and our bum and around that area. And just inquire how it's feeling. And then let them relax. And then we move to our torso and around our belly and bring our back into it as well, we could. And invite them all to relax and appreciate the way it holds everything together. Now we'll move to our arms and do the same. Inquire and then appreciate. And now our shoulders, just inquire and then allow them to relax. And now our neck and the back of our heads. Now our face and our eyes and behind our eyes. Just relax each one and thank them for their service. And now we'll move back to our hearts and our chest in general. And how are your heart feeling at the moment? What emotions are present? And whatever emotion arises, have a little gratitude and thank you. Now as we're feeling nice and relaxed, you can breathe in calm and breathe out relax. I want you to think of a place. It could be imaginary or it could be a place you know. A place that you would feel totally secure and safe. It's your ideal temperature, it's your ideal weather conditions. It could be indoors, it could be out. You might choose to have a seat there to sit next to maybe a river or a pond, or maybe just with a bookcase. This is totally your peaceful place. It's perfectly set up for you. There's nowhere you can exist that feels safer, that feels more at home to you. It has evolved alongside you. And imagine a couple of really close friends. They could be from the past, they could be animals, it could be anything or anyone. Just imagine them there with you, quietly enjoying your peaceful place. What does it smell like? What does it look like? What are you currently doing? Take this moment in full detail. It's completely impossible to have a place that is more for you than this place. Now take note of how you're feeling. Whether you're feeling really aware, maybe you're just content, maybe you feel safe, maybe you feel like it's a sanctuary. Whatever those feelings are, I want you to imagine them growing. And for the next couple of minutes, we're all going to just sit in our own individual peaceful places. We can interact with a couple of friends that are there, or animals, or whoever's present, or perhaps nobody. Perhaps that's your choice. But for the next couple of minutes, you're looking around your peaceful place and you're really feeling a real deep, immense gratitude for this place that is purely for you. I'll keep an eye on the time. And if you find your mind wandering, just smile. Thank you for the story and thought, but I am in my peaceful place. And as we're sitting in these feelings, imagine what it's like bringing this peaceful place, this feeling deep inside you have, to the rest of your day. And your ability to go to this place whenever you choose. This is yours. No one else can take it away from you. You can go there before bed in the morning, or when you're sat in the car, or when you're stressed. You can just take a deep breath and go straight to this place. And if I come back from 5, just bring this feeling back with us. 5, 4, gently open your eyes. 3, move your body around a little with a little energy. 2, take a deep breath in. And 1, just release that deep breath. And then join me and everybody else in the chat. How are you? Let me know in the chat what your peaceful place is. Just something at your peaceful place. For me, it's always down a place called St. Clement's. And I used to run through there as a child when I was practicing cross country. I used to go there with my stepdad. And there's a lake one side and and a big river the other side. And it was always nice and still and peaceful. There was ducks and swans and I always go there. And it's always the most perfect sunny day, not too hot, not too cold. There's a bench there. I've never sat in my wheelchair, I'm always sat on the bench. And it's just, I don't know how else to explain it apart from, And because I do this meditation, I don't know, 2 or 3 times a year, I can take a deep breath and I can go there really quickly. So if something's really getting to me or stressing me or feeling really anxious, I can, okay, that's just my peaceful place. And it stops me reacting. It stops me getting stressed up and worked up. And this is the most amazing thing about humans. We have imagination. We have the ability to imagine the most in-depth scenarios. And the key to it is, to use a modern phrase, is to be in full high definition, is to smell and taste and see. And in the most profound colours, not just the dull summer colour, like the really rich colours. And if you smell the flowers, the really rich flowers. Don't have any yellow daffodils, have the most divine yellow daffodils. And feel the place, because when we do that, the body never forgets. Often the mind will forget, but the body won't. One sec, I got a call. I got to take this. Hello.
Good afternoon. Can I speak to Stephen Webb? For now.
Thank you.
Bye.
Sorry about that. That's my Spinal Injuries Association sorting out my prescription. Let's go to the comments. My peaceful place is the beach in Barbados early in the morning. Oh, lovely, that's nice. I just imagine a nice long beach. Thank you so much for this lovely meditation. It was good for me and my body, just what I needed. Sonia says, a waterfall by a river, sun beaming down. Thank you. Yeah. It's amazing how many people have water in their meditations. Their peaceful places, nature and water. And isn't it funny how like 95% of us is water? 97% of the brain is water. So isn't it funny that water is what calms us? I think that's crazy. Nearly 100%, nearly all your brain is water. So yeah, any wonder water calms us. Lilac. Is that your colour? The like what we were talking about, flowers and stuff. Peaceful places on nature trail by my home, and a stream rippling and many trees. Very quiet. Walking along is energizing too. That was beautiful. Thank you. Mine was at the family cottage, sitting on the bench on the front boathouse. Again, water every single time. And Loopy says, my peaceful place at the beach. I have a spot where there is a bench also. And yes, that is the way I feel when. Exactly. I listen to the wave sounds. I know, and the wave sounds and the way, just the way it is, just nature. Nature has a way that I can read your lips however I choose not to. You could have done. It's nothing interesting. Right, I'm going to bring up today's thought. Tina says, peaceful place for me is in Coronado Island, Bayside at night, looking over the San Diego city lights. I bet that's nice. Guys, when you can visit your peaceful places again, take some pictures. And when we do this meditation next time, when we're all out of lockdown, we'll put the pictures up. That'd be so amazing. I'd really enjoy seeing some of your peaceful places. So let's do today's thought before we go. Today's thought. When a poet digs himself into a hole, he doesn't climb out. He digs deeper, enjoys the scenery, and comes out the other side enlightened. That's Christopher. He goes by Chris Jammy. He's a young poet, actually, 32 years old, lives in America. He's wrote several poems and books. And I love the way, very often when we feel depressed or when we feel anxious or when we feel lonely or angry, we don't want to go there, we want to avoid it. But if we go deeper, when we go deeper, we can see what the problem is. We can get the information. Why are we angry? What is the injustice? And then we can very often deal with it. But the problem is we feel lonely, we feel all of these other feelings, and we just want to brush them off. I don't like them. I want to feel good all the time. I don't want to feel these bad things. But if you just go that little bit deeper and that little bit braver and open yourself up to them, they'll free you. Your angst is your liberation, as Junpo would say. Go where you don't want to go occasionally. Just sit for 5 minutes longer, being angry or being lonely or feeling anxious. And very often it will fade and disappear. So that's my thought of today. Well, not mine, Christopher's actually. But yeah, when a poet digs himself into a hole, he doesn't climb out. He digs deeper, enjoys the scenery, and comes out the other side enlightened. So I'm going to just go to the comments before I go. We'd love to share the peaceful place picture. Yeah, we're going to have to do that. Just logged in last minute. You're going to have to do the replay, Clint. Today was awesome. I would say that. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, TK. And see you all tomorrow on all the platforms. I got a big announcement about my podcast tomorrow. Looking forward to telling you all. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I really appreciate it. Time is the most valuable thing we have, and spending 10, 20 minutes with me a day really means the world to me. So thank you. I love you guys, and namaste.